Good day, students. Welcome to this JSS 1 Social Studies lesson on natural resources in Nigeria. Nigeria is one of the world's most resource-rich nations, from petroleum in the Niger Delta to iron ore in Kwara, tin and columbite on the Jos Plateau, coal in Enugu, limestone across several states, gold in Zamfara, and billions of tons of agricultural land, forest, and water. Yet Nigeria's wealth of resources has not yet been fully converted into widespread prosperity. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define natural resources and classify them, identify Nigeria's major natural resources and their locations, describe how key resources are used, explain the concept of sustainable resource use, and assess the environmental challenges associated with resource extraction in Nigeria. Let us begin. What are natural resources? Natural resources are materials that occur naturally in the environment and can be used by human beings. They are not manufactured. Examples: oil, water, forest, soil, minerals, air, sunlight, wildlife. Classification of natural resources. Renewable resources can be replenished naturally within a human lifespan if properly managed. Examples: solar energy, sunlight, inexhaustible, water, rainfall refills rivers and aquifers, but can be over-depleted, forest, trees regrow, but deforestation destroys this potential, agricultural land, soil fertility can be maintained with good practice, wind, for wind turbines, fish and wildlife reproduce, but can be overhunted/overfished to extinction. Non-renewable resources, formed over millions of years and cannot be replaced within human timescales once used. Examples: petroleum, crude oil, natural gas, coal, metals and minerals, iron ore, tin, columbite, gold, limestone, marble, lead, zinc. Key point: Nigeria's most valuable export, oil, is non-renewable. It will eventually run out. This is why diversification is essential. Nigeria's major natural resources: petroleum, crude oil and natural gas. Location: Niger Delta, rivers, Delta, Bayelsa, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Imo, Abia, Ondo states, onshore, offshore in the Atlantic Ocean. Discovery: oil first discovered in commercial quantities at Oloibiri, Bayelsa State, in 1956 by Shell BP. Current production: Nigeria is Africa's largest oil producer and one of the world's top 10, produces approximately 1.4 to 1.5 million barrels per day, reduced from 2.5 million BPD peak due to theft, vandalism, and underinvestment. Natural gas: Nigeria has the world's 9th largest natural gas reserves. Much is flared, burned off as a byproduct of oil extraction, rather than harnessed. Gas flaring wastes energy and contributes to pollution and climate change. The NLNG, a Nigeria LNG plant in Bonny Island, Rivers State, converts natural gas to LNG, liquefied natural gas, for export. Coal. Location: Enugu State, the Iver Valley coal fields, also Kogi, Benue, Plateau, Cross River, Anambra. Enugu's name means top of the hill, refers to the coal-bearing escarpment. The Iva Valley Massacre, November 18, 1949, British colonial police shot and killed 21 striking coal miners at the Enugu Quarry, a landmark event in Nigerian nationalist history. Annual commemoration. Nigeria's coal industry collapse post-oil. Revival is possible for electricity generation but raises climate concerns. Tin and columbite. Location: Jos Plateau, Plateau State, other than part of Kaduna, Taraba, Nasarawa. Nigeria was once the world's largest producer of columbite, niobium ore, used in high-strength steel alloys, jet engines, and electronics, strategic mineral. Tin smelting at Jos produced tin for domestic and export markets. The mining industry declined after the oil boom. Environmental damage from open-cast mining, soil erosion, land degradation on Jos Plateau remains a legacy. Iron ore. Location: Itakpi Hills, Kogi State, Ichukachoko, Nasarawa, Agbeja, Kogi. Intended to supply the Ojukuta Steel Complex, also Kogi. Nigeria has an estimated 3 billion tons of iron ore reserves, largely unexploited. Gold. Location: Zamfara, Kebbi, Osun, Kogi, Ogun, Niger states. Zamfara Gold Rush. Artisanal miners in Zamfara have been extracting gold for decades, often illegally. International criminal networks traffic Nigerian gold. Serious associated problems of child labor, dangerous working conditions, and lead poisoning. Zamfara lead poisoning crisis. Hundreds of children killed by lead exposure from artisanal gold processing. Federal government is working to formalize the solid minerals sector through the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development. Limestone. Location: Ogun, Cross River, Benue, Plateau, Sokoto, Kogi, Niger states. Critical for Nigeria's cement industry. Dangote, BUA, Lafarge, cement plants located near limestone deposits. Obojona equals Kogi limestone, Boko equals Benue limestone, Shagamu equals Ogun. Lead and zinc. Location: Ebonyi, Abekoliki lead zinc deposits, Cross River, Zamfara. Bitumen. Location: Ondo, Ogun, Lagos, Idio, the tar sands belt of southwestern Nigeria, one of the world's largest bitumen deposits, could supply Nigeria's road construction needs. Agricultural and biological resources. Soil. Nigeria has some of Africa's most fertile soils: alluvial soils of river valleys, laterite soils of Middle Belt, volcanic soils of Jos Plateau. Forest. Cross River State has Nigeria's largest remaining areas of tropical rainforest. Cross River National Park. Forests produce timber, rubber, medicinal plants, wildlife. Rivers and water: River Niger, Kogi Delta, River Benue, River Cross, River Gongola, Lake Chad, Bono, severely shrunk due to climate change. Freshwater for agriculture, fishing, transport. Fisheries: Niger Delta offshore fisheries, inland river and lake fishing, Kanji Dam, Niger State, hydroelectricity plus fishing. Environmental challenges of resource extraction. Oil spills. Chronic oil spills in the Niger Delta, Shell's Ogonoland, Bodo Creek, 2008 to 2009 spill, Oka Ibom fishing communities. ONEP 2011 report found Egoni soil contaminated to 5 meters depth in places. We require decades to clean up, destroyed fishing and farming livelihoods. Gas flaring. Burning of associated natural gas in the Niger Delta releases greenhouse gases and pollutants. Nigeria is among the world's top gas flaring nations despite laws restricting it. Deforestation, logging, charcoal production, and agricultural clearing reduce forest cover. Cross River and Ondo forest threatened. Solid minerals mining. Open casting mining on Jos Plateau left a devastated landscape. Land degradation, water contamination from tailings, heavy metal pollution. Zamfara lead poisoning. Artisanal gold mining releases lead into soil and water. Children in Zamfara have died from lead poisoning. International health emergency. 3 examination questions. Question 1. Distinguish between renewable and non-renewable resources, giving 2 examples of each in Nigeria. Renewable resources can be replenished naturally within a human lifespan when properly managed. Nigerian examples: A. Forest. Trees in Cross River State can regrow if deforestation is controlled and reforestation practiced. B. Water/rivers. The River Niger and River Benue are replenished annually by rainfall, though susceptible to drought and over-extraction. Non-renewable resources are formed over millions of years and cannot be replaced once used. Nigerian examples: A. Petroleum, crude oil, formed from ancient marine organisms over 300 plus million years. Nigeria's oil reserves will eventually be depleted. B. Tin and columbite on the Jos Plateau, mined out of geological deposits that took millions of years to form, cannot be renewed. Question 2. State 3 environmental problems caused by oil extraction in the Niger Delta. A. Oil spills, chronic spillage from aging pipelines, oil theft, bunkering, and tanker accidents. Oil smothers soil and water, killing fish, contaminating farmland and drinking water, and destroying the livelihoods of delta fishing and farming communities. The UNEP 2011 Agoni report found contamination at dangerous levels requiring 25 to 30 years of cleanup. B. Gas flaring. Burning of associated gas from oil wells releases CO2, methane, and toxic pollutants, creates acid rain, contributes to climate change. The constant flares light up the Niger Delta night sky, a visible symbol of waste and environmental negligence. C. Community disruption and conflict. Oil wealth has not benefited Delta communities. Resentment led to militancy, movement for the emancipation of the Niger Delta, and pipeline vandalism. Communities suffer both environmental damage and the violence of resource conflict. Question 3. Why is Nigeria's coal resource historically significant, and what challenges does it face today? Historical significance. A. Coal was Nigeria's first major mineral export in the colonial period. Enugu's Ivie Valley coal mines, opened 1915, powered railways, ships, and industrial facilities. B. The 1949 Ivie Valley massacre, British police killed 21 striking coal miners, became a catalyst for Nigerian nationalism and labor rights movements. The event is commemorated annually and is a key example of colonial labor exploitation. Challenges today. A. Competition from oil. After oil was discovered, 1956, coal became economically marginalized, investment dried up. B. Climate change. Burning coal releases greenhouse gases. International pressure and Nigeria's climate commitments make expanding coal use controversial. C. Infrastructure decay. Colonial era coal mining infrastructure was not maintained. Modern extraction would require major new investment. 3 common mistakes. Mistake 1. Listing only oil as Nigeria's natural resource. Nigeria has enormous mineral wealth beyond oil, tin and columbite, Jos Plateau, iron ore, Etakpi, Kogi, coal, Enugu, gold, Zamfara, limestone, many states, lead zinc, ebony, bitumen, Ondo, Ogun. In exam answers on natural resources, list multiple resources across all regions of Nigeria, not just the Niger Delta and oil. Mistake 2. Saying all natural resources are non-renewable. Soil, water, forest, sunlight, and fish are renewable resources. They can be replenished. The key condition is sustainable use. If forests are cleared faster than they regrow, or fish stocks are depleted faster than they reproduce, they effectively become non-renewable. Always classify resources correctly and note the sustainability condition. Mistake 3. Presenting oil wealth as straightforwardly positive for Nigeria. The resource curse means that oil wealth, mismanaged, has harmed Nigeria's long-term development by causing dependence, corruption, neglect of agriculture and industry, and environmental destruction in the Delta. A balanced exam answer about oil must include both the economic value and the negative consequences. Summary. Natural resources, materials occurring naturally and used by humans. Renewable, solar, water, forest, agricultural soil, fish, can be replenished if sustainably managed. Non-renewable, oil, gas, coal, minerals, finite, cannot be replaced. Nigeria's resources, petroleum, Niger Delta, Oloibiri 1956 discovery, NNPCL, 90% forex earnings, Dangote Refinery 2023, natural gas, world 9th largest reserve, NLNG Bonny, gas flaring problem, coal, Enugu, Ivie Valley 1949 massacre, largely dormant, tin/columbite, Jos Plateau, iron ore, Etakpi, Kogi, gold, Zamfara, lead poisoning crisis, illegal artisanal mining, limestone on Ogun, Kogi, Benue, cement industry, bitumen, Ondo, Ogun, Lagos, agricultural land, forest, Cross River. National Park, rivers. Environmental challenges, oil spills, Niger Delta, Agoni UNEP Report 2011, gas flaring, deforestation, solid minerals degradation. For homework, A. List 6 natural resources in Nigeria and their locations. B. Explain the difference between renewable and non-renewable resources. C. Describe 3 environmental problems caused by oil extraction. Attempt a quiz on your LMS. Nigeria is blessed with resources. Let us use them wisely for all Nigerians. Visit Litech Academy at academy.litech.com.ng. Until next time.